The lights are out. You are half asleep when a noise jolts you awake. No power, no cell signal, just darkness and danger. When SHTF hits at night, seconds count, and every mistake is harder to recover from. Welcome to Prepper's Paradigm, your channel dedicated to practical prepping and disaster preparedness. I use a computer-generated voice because an injury makes my own voice hard to understand. In this video, we're going to cover what will happen when disaster strikes in the middle of the night. You'll learn about navigating in total darkness, maintaining security, avoiding giving away your position, and keeping your home safe if you're bugging in. We'll also cover what to do if bugging out becomes your only option. Night changes everything. Your visibility drops to almost nothing. You're slower to react, and your body is still in rest mode. If you're woken by sirens, gunfire, or the sound of breaking glass, you don't have time to fully wake up before making decisions. Inside your home, even basic movement becomes risky without power. It's easy to knock over gear, trip on furniture, or slam into a door frame if you're rushing through a dark hallway. If you live in a multi-story home, stairs become a serious hazard. Outside, it gets worse. You can't see who's moving nearby. You don't know if that flashlight in the distance belongs to someone who needs help or someone looking to take what you have. And once the grid goes down, there's no light from street lamps or passing traffic to give you clues. SHTF is already high stress. At night, that stress doubles because your senses are working against you. If you have to move during a nighttime event, even inside your home, knowing your environment matters. You need to be able to navigate your home with as little light and noise as possible. Practice walking through your home in complete darkness. Memorize the layout, especially the locations of stairs, furniture, and key supplies. In a real emergency, you won't have time to fumble. Use red light headlamps or low output flashlights to preserve your night vision and avoid drawing attention. Solar garden lights can be brought indoors and placed in hallways to give off a soft glow without blinding brightness. Glow-in-the-dark tape or reflective stickers on stair edges, doorknobs, and hallway corners can guide you in the dark without any batteries. Glow sticks are another quiet option worth having on hand. You can use them to mark safe paths, door handles, or obstacles without producing enough light to give away your location. Don't rely on a single flashlight in your bug-out bag. Store backup lights in every major room. Keep one near your bed, another in the kitchen, and one near your main exit. If you do have to bug out, make sure your path to the exit is clear and that you've walked it in the dark at least once. The more confident you are in your movements, the less noise you'll make and the less chance you'll attract attention. There are links to some useful items for staying safe in the dark in the video description. Make sure to check those out. Remember that SHTF doesn't have to mean a huge, widespread event. For example, knowing how to get out of your house quickly in the dark could save your life in a house fire. If you have no choice but to bug out at night, navigation gets a lot more difficult. Landmarks disappear, terrain becomes hazardous, and your pace will slow whether you're on foot or driving. Try to avoid using maps or screens that require bright backlighting. Opt for red lens flashlights and keep printed maps in waterproof sleeves. Mark your primary and alternate bug-out routes ahead of time, and walk them during daylight when possible so you're familiar with every turn. At night, even a familiar trail can feel completely different. Most people forget how far sound carries at night. Once the power goes out and background noise disappears, even a soft whisper can seem loud. Indoors, the creak of a floorboard or the snap of a plastic bag might wake up your whole household or alert someone outside that your home is occupied and active. If you're moving through your house or stepping outside, slow down. Plan every step and avoid anything that makes unnecessary noise. Practice walking barefoot or in soft sole shoes to reduce the sound of your footsteps. Take time now to identify and fix squeaky doors or floorboard so they don't betray you later. For preppers who might need to bug out under cover of darkness, sound discipline becomes even more important. Pre-stage gear with quiet materials. Wrap noisy buckles or zipper pulls with cloth tape. Avoid rustling food packaging, clanking metal, or anything that echoes. A silent approach might be the only thing keeping you out of trouble when the world around you is listening. Light can be a lifeline in the dark, but it also makes you a target. If you need to use light, use it wisely. Red light is the best option. It preserves night vision, doesn't blind you, and is much harder to spot from a distance. A red lens headlamp is one of the most useful tools you can keep by your bed or in your emergency gear. Inside your home, avoid using bright overhead lights, even if you're running on backup power. Stick to low-output flashlights or lanterns with diffusers so you see what you're doing without broadcasting it through the windows. Blackout curtains or heavy-duty foil coverings are worth having in place long before anything goes wrong. They keep your home from glowing like a beacon when the power goes out across the neighborhood. If you're outside, never point your flashlight in the direction you're moving. Bounce the beam off the ground or nearby surfaces to avoid giving away your position. Use light briefly and only when needed. Pre-stage your lighting supplies. Keep low-output options near entry points, prep stations, and any location where you might need to act quickly in the dark. Light can help you, but it can also hurt you if you use it carelessly. Darkness gives cover to people looking to take advantage of chaos. If you're bugging in, you need to assume someone might test your defenses after sunset, especially if they think your home is occupied and supplied. The goal is to make your home look dark, quiet, and uninviting while staying fully alert inside. Start with physical reinforcement. Secure your doors with solid deadbolts, door braces, or security bars. Reinforce vulnerable windows with shatter-resistant film or plywood stored nearby for emergencies. If possible, add motion-activated battery lights or alarms outside. Cheap tripwire systems or driveway alarms can give you an early warning without drawing attention. Inside, avoid anything that signals activity. That means no lights visible from outside, no noise leaking through open windows, and no signs that people are moving around. Light discipline, noise control, and secure entry points all work together. Most people will move on if they think a house is empty or fortified. Your goal is to make sure they never even try. When bugging in during a nighttime event, staying aware of your surroundings is just as important as keeping the lights off. You need to know what's going on outside without exposing yourself or your home. One way to do this is by placing mirrors or reflective surfaces near windows so you can see out without standing in front of them. If your windows are blacked out, small peepholes or concealed observation points give you a safer way to check what's happening. Think about early warning systems. Even simple setups like bells on door handles, string tripwires, or a barking dog can alert you before someone gets too close. You don't need a high-tech system, just something reliable that gives you time to react. It's also worth running nighttime drills. Practice waking up, getting dressed, grabbing your gear, and moving into position, all in the dark. You want to be able to react in under a minute without flipping a single light switch. Everyone in your household should know their role when something happens at night. The faster you can get from sleep to situational control, the better your chances of staying safe. SHTF at night isn't just a worst-case scenario. It's a reality most people haven't trained for. Darkness brings confusion, hesitation, and danger. But with the right gear, mindset, and preparation, you'll have the advantage. You'll be ready to respond, defend, and move without stumbling through the dark. There are links to some useful items to set yourself up to stay safe at night in the video description. If this video helped sharpen your plans, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you trust, and subscribe to Prepper's Paradigm for more practical prepping advice. Thanks for watching. Stay alert, stay ready, and don't get caught in the dark.